and how much we love them, and we want to give her a warm welcome. She did not hesitate to answer me when I asked her if she would speak. And ladies, if you're out there and you're one of the members of your chapter, we always want ladies that won't say no. She's an enthusiastic and an outstanding young lady with a message. I've enjoyed our email chats. I asked her to give her a few things about me, not related to Connie, because I didn't want to repeat anything that she might be discussing. But I will say she's a typical young lady of today who likes to read, likes to play video games. She's been to Mexico, Costa Rica, and Japan, which is not so typical of her age. She loves the outdoors but hates the bugs. She has taken courses in Japan, German, Latin, and she says she doesn't speak any of them fluently, but I took 4 years of Latin and I don't remember trying to speak that one anyway. Charlotte, you're a breath of fresh air, and I would love to have you come and tell us about your experiences. Ladies and gentlemen that are here, because her father is here today, Charlotte Kisling.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the introduction. And I thank you all for having me today. I'm really happy to have been asked to speak. I just want you to know that the first thing my grandma and my mom said when they found out I was going to be speaking today was, "What are you going to wear?" But I would be lying if I hadn't thought that. I graduated from Cotty in 2011, and I have been a member of P.E.O since May 2010, when I was initiated into Chapter FU of Stillwater. My mom, aunt, and grandma are all active members, so I was destined to be a P.E.O since I was born. Growing up, I didn't really know much about P.E.O. My brother Paul and I used to try and guess what the letters P.E.O stood for, and what Mom did at those mysterious meetings. Well, now I know, and he doesn't. Now I know what a wonderful and supportive sisterhood P.E.O represents. If it weren't for the P.E.O sisterhood, I don't know if I would have ever known about Cotty. I could always tell that Grandma really wanted me to go to Cotty. I think my first hint was when she signed me up for a campus visit my freshman year of high school. It is called a See for Yourself weekend, where you get to stay in suites and learn about Cotty from the students themselves. That weekend made a lasting impression on me, because the girls were so enthusiastic about Cotty, and the campus was beautiful. But when I graduated high school in 2009, I decided to go to the University of Kansas in Lawrence. I remember the first thing I thought when my parents dropped me off at my dorm was, what was I thinking? It sunk in right then and there that I was going to be living in an entirely different state than my friends and family. I felt like I was lost in a sea of students, in and outside of the classroom. It wasn't long before I decided that KU just wasn't the right school for me. That's when I remembered Cotty. I transferred to Cotty for the second semester of my freshman year, in the spring of 2010. I moved into Indiana Suite in Robertson Hall, and the rest is history. Cotty was the best year and a half of my life. I quickly became friends with my suite mates and still keep in touch with them today. The first day of classes, I had people stopping me and introducing themselves, most of them already knowing who I was. I still have a note from one of my professors, Dr. Angela Fergus, welcoming me to Cotty and saying that she looked forward to having me in class. And it wasn't just students and professors welcoming me, but PEOs as well. I got correspondence from chapters all over the country, from Indiana, Oklahoma, Missouri, and California even. I had support pouring in from all sorts of places. My favorite aspect of Cotty was probably the traditions. Cotty traditions are something that you have to experience for yourself before you can fully understand them. For example, a big tradition is the duck game. Legend has it that years ago, when the college was first founded, a group of seniors came upon a duck that was stuck in a frozen pond near the campus. The seniors rescued the duck, and from then on, the duck has been the senior class mascot. Therefore, the rule of the duck dance is that freshmen are not allowed to say the words duck, waddle, or quack. And it is taken quite seriously. It's all in good fun, of course. You can find rubber ducks anywhere on campus, and I would not be surprised if Cotty had the largest collection of duck paraphernalia in the world. But besides the duck games, Cotty has a lot of other traditions. There are songs and dances, holiday traditions, and lots of traditions that surround graduation. The traditions really made me feel more connected to Cotty, because it was something all of the students could participate in and bond over. When I wasn't busy with traditions, I was busy with schoolwork. A majority of professors at Cotty have terminal degrees in their respective fields. I noticed coming from KU that the academic load was more difficult, but it was because the professors wanted to challenge you and believe that you could handle it. The professors at Cotty were beyond supportive. They encouraged students to get to know them personally and to come to their office hours if they ever needed anything. The professors also served as faculty advisors so that they were actively helping you to be on track with your classes. One thing that I found surprising is that Cotty has a wide range of classes to choose from for being a relatively small college. They offer dance classes, astronomy classes, computer sciences, and everything in between. While at Cotty, I was lucky enough to take a hiking and archery class and scuba diving. But the most exciting part of my Cotty career was my international experience. Because of P.E.O. support, every senior student gets a trip to Europe during the spring break of their second year. My class got the chance to go to Paris, but there was also an alternative trip to Japan that was offered. I decided to go to Japan instead of Paris, and I was not disappointed. I had so many wonderful experiences in Japan that I will never forget. We spent time in Tokyo, Kyoto, and Hiroshima. In Kyoto, we visited Kansai Daigai University, where we spent a day with Japanese students who taught us calligraphy and how to put on a kimono. They knew English very well, so we really got to know them over the course of the day. I'm still Facebook friends with them. We also got to visit many historical sites in Kyoto, like the Imperial Palace back when Kyoto was the capital of Japan. And while in Hiroshima, we visited the Atomic Bomb Memorial. We even got to meet a survivor of the bombing and hear his story. It was incredible to experience such a significant part of history. Towards the end of our stay in Japan, we were visiting Nagano Prefecture in the mountains when I experienced my first earthquake. That was the same earthquake that caused the tsunami that devastated Japan in March of 2011. We watched the tsunami live on TV as it hit the coast. I'm very grateful to the Cotty staff for calling my mom at 3 in the morning and telling her I was okay. The international experience was not just abroad, but on campus as well. There are students from all over the world that come to Cotty to study, and international students make up 12% of the student body. I met girls from France, Jamaica, Ethiopia, Kenya, all over. The people you meet while at Cotty is what makes it so special. My suite mates truly became my sisters, and my suite was my home away from home. Each suite has rooms that all open into a shared living area. Suites also have a kitchenette and a communal bathroom. Living in a suite is so much better than any dorm I've ever been in. Everybody eats, studies, and hangs out together in the living area. There are single rooms, but most share a room with a roommate. I would like to take a moment to talk about my roommate, Katie Habenecht. I don't have a sister, but I say she was the closest I ever got to having one. Katie passed away in a car accident a little over a year ago. I think about her every day, and when it used to bring a tear to my eye, her memory now brings a smile to my face. Because of Kadi and all of my wonderful P.E.Os, I have grown so much as a person. My parents tell me I'm more confident and outgoing than I ever was before. I think if you had asked me to speak a couple years ago, I would have run for the hills. I'm very excited to go back to Kadi again. I'm going back to study international relations, and I want to thank everyone who has made that possible. Thank you, Jean Vanderler, Grace Lebanon, and Suzanne McFarland for contacting me about the scholarship application and making sure I had everything I needed to apply. And thank you to the Oklahoma State Scholarships Committee for awarding me the General Merit Scholarship and the P.E.O Memorial Scholarship. I was lucky enough to meet P.E.O at the Stillwater Reciprocity one year. We swapped Kadi stories. And thank you to my wonderful chapter at P.E.O and all the support you've given me throughout the years and today. Also, thank you, Chapter P of Stanberry, Missouri, and my beautiful, amazing grandma for electing to sponsor me at Kadi this year. A big thank you to Mom and Dad and Paul for always supporting me in what I want to do, even when I have no idea what that might be. I love you with all my heart. Last but not least, I want to thank the P.E.O Sisterhood as a whole for making my future in education a reality. Thank you so much.